thought it was time I give you a walk around of the latest addition to the fleet. You've seen it on a couple of previous videos, but let's give you a rundown of what it actually is now. So what we got here, we have a 1992 on a K Land Rover Discovery Series 1. It's got the 200 TDI engine with a 5-speed manual gearbox. I believe it's the LT77, could be the R380, but I think it's the LT77. I wasn't really looking for one. I bought it simply because it was cheap, and I bought it just to flip and make a quick profit. It was advertised, sorry if you can't hear me on a plane, it was advertised on eBay. It hadn't been cleaned, it was absolutely filthy, still with tissue paper and stuff inside. That had got yellow steel Defender or Series Land Rover wheels on, which really didn't suit the vehicle, and consequently no one really bid on it. Well, no one bid on it apart from me. So I won it with a maiden bid. Went and picked it up, drove it home about 100 miles or so, and it performed faultlessly. I've grown up around Land Rovers, always Series and Defenders. I've never had a Discovery before. Not as such. I sold one when me and a friend used to do a lot of car sales, a 300 TDI automatic, Japanese import. Wasn't hugely impressed. Had an electronic throttle that was problematic, just generally kept going wrong. This being the earlier one, I believe hasn't got some of those problems. It's a bit tatty, but it's solid. All the welding that would normally need doing seems to have been done. So let's give you a walk round. It's been fitted with this safari snorkels. How effective it is, I've yet to find out. As you can see, sunny weather, so not a huge amount of floods. I've fitted the second-hand, I believe they're called Freestyle alloy wheels, with the BF Goodrich all-terrain rubber on. What I did find with this is in a 93, 94, they changed the bolt pattern on the wheels. So I bought one wheel that doesn't fit. I've since bought another one, so I have a set of 5 now. And if anybody wants a Freestyle with a newer style bolt pattern, I've got one. I believe, I could be wrong, but just from looking at others, I think it's had a slight lift. I think it's slightly higher than stock. So I could be wrong, I'm just going by a lot of the other ones I've seen. But it rides well. Bouncy, but then again it's an old Land Rover. So far I've done nothing much to it other than replace the wiper blades, fit the alloys. As you can see, it's had a door replaced at some point there because that bit of trim is different to the other trim. I will see if I can find a correct bit of trim, but I'm not hugely bothered. It's a 26-year-old Land Rover. You can see a bit of a dent there. I'm guessing at some point somebody's had some light protectors on. There's a hole there. This is the earlier one, so there's no lights in the rear bumper. That needs straightening out. As you can see, there's a dent there that someone's tried to sort out. I might have a go at sorting it out, I'm not that bothered. Bit of electrolytic corrosion around the doors. I think, as I've said in another video, there's a body chap near where I work, so I'll probably just get a tin of paint made up and just give that a blast over. Won't be brilliant, but it will just make it slightly less obvious. Inside, it's got Range Rover Vogue seats, which you may or may not be able to see from the sun. Let me go around the other side. That's another small dent there. Again, these things don't bother me. The headlight needs replacing. As I said, this is the early one with the headlight surround, as opposed to the later ones, a headlight and everything slightly different. I believe it was only something like 94 or so they changed. Might be slightly later, but not much. This is one of the very early ones. The extremely early ones only did 3-door. I'm not sure when they started doing 5-door. But there we go. Right, Range Rover Vogue seats, complete with armrests. They're quite comfy. There's probably nothing much wrong with the ordinary seats, but these do the job. As you can see, also this early one, the head unit is down in the console as opposed to up here. No aircon, nothing like that. You do have electric windows all round, but most importantly, and part of the reason I went for this one, is up there. And you'll notice basically what isn't there. This is not the twin sunroof model. This is a no. This hasn't got any sunroofs, which means it hasn't got any leaks. So the roof isn't rusty and the headline isn't shot and drooping and all the rest of it, which is a bonus. It's a bit scruffy, but it's an old workhorse, and it just needs a really good clean. What am I going to do in the future? As I said, I've got to just tart up that paint a little bit, straighten up that rear bumper. I have to replace the headlights, and as I've said in a previous video, there's a slight leak coming from the front offside swivel joint, which will need rectifying, either by way of a new seal or replace the EP90 with grease, which has been suggested to me. Does need another tyre. This spare is completely shot, so I'll either get another tyre or another wheel with a good tyre on. But it's been useful. I've towed a trailer with it the other day to go to a car show. I've just been pottering around in it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying owning it. I think all that's left to do now, I'll take you for a little drive. One thing there is to note with this, there's a alarm and immobiliser, so if you leave it too long you have to put a little tab on a thing and start it. But anyway, starts lovely. This 200 TDI and 300 TDI is one of the only diesel engines I can say I like. Very low down revving engines, they're great. That may be partly just growing up with Defenders. There we go. These old cars, they're always great fun. There's always something going wrong, something to keep your interest alive. From my point of view, you have to drive them. I do 40,000 miles a year in a modern Euro box, and it's nice just to get in something I actually have to think about. I have to drive it. You can feel what the wheels are doing through the steering wheel. And being a Land Rover is always a hit and miss whether you get to your destination, which is always interesting. Around here we're lucky to have some of these fantastic tiny little roads, so you also have the issue it might meet another car, tractor, deer, cyclist. can't see anything now, but if you can, great, let me know if I'm about to hit anything, because I can't. Before anyone starts about me holding the camera while driving at 6 points, this is a private farm road. I'm not on a public highway. And I will stop filming before I get on a public highway, but nonetheless, it's all good fun. So anyway, well, as you probably guessed, I stopped filming before I got on a public road. I didn't have a lot of choice. Actually, the battery on the camera went flat. So here I am back at home. So just to recap, the Land Rover has had some work done. There's a few little bits to sort out at the moment. They will get done. The car, or Land Rover, probably will end up for sale, but I'm not in any hurry to sell it. I'm enjoying driving it, if I'm honest. So yeah, keep watching, keep subscribing. Who knows what will be next? Something daft. There's a unicycle that needs repairing. I've still got to give that G-wheel a go. So both of them, you can probably watch me fall off. I've got to finish putting the pit bike back together. So keep watching for more ridiculous things from an old fat bloke. Cheers.